Hi, I'm Jeet, and in this video, I'll be showing you around the new mission planning features that we've introduced on the FlytBase platform. So let's go to missions. So here I'll see a list of all the missions that have been added. If I've imported a KMZ file to get a WPML mission on the dashboard, you will see an icon which will indicate it is a WPML mission, and I can now also edit these missions on the dashboard itself, right? Now the major change or the major updates that we have made is to the mission planning itself. So let's go to path mission. I'll just name a mission and let me add some waypoints here. I'll just add a tag so I can easily filter it later. So we'll start from the route setting. So under route altitude, you will be able to set the altitude for the entire mission, or you can then change it under waypoints as well. Now you have relative to takeoff point altitude as set right now. In the future, you will also be able to set it to above sea level or above ground level, right? There are some UI changes, so you can just click on these buttons, these preset values to adjust the altitude or even speed values. Now, next is the takeoff altitude. So it can be either default or you can set a safe takeoff altitude. Under default, what will happen is the drone will attain the same altitude as you've set for the first waypoint and will travel in that same plane. Now, if you set a safe takeoff altitude, the drone will first achieve this altitude and then it will move diagonally to achieve the first waypoint's altitude, right? Now, under route speed, you can again use these preset values to set the route speed. Next, we have is the waypoint type. So there are five different types of waypoints that you can set. So the drone can either move in a linear path, or it can take curved route, or it can also stop during a curved route. So these are the new waypoint types that have been introduced. You can set it for the entire mission, or you can also set it for individual waypoints under the waypoint section. Now the drone yaw. So this is a very important functionality if you're looking for changing the yaw during the mission. So you can keep it along route. So under this, what will happen is if you set a drone yaw for a particular waypoint, say for waypoint 2, the drone will perform that yaw, and then again it will head, or it will change its position to be headed towards the third waypoint. Now, if you don't want that, if you want that the drone should maintain the yaw angle which it took from the second waypoint as it moves towards the third, you can set lock yaw axis. So in this, what will happen is the drone's yaw angle will be locked and it will move towards the next waypoint in that same manner, right? So it is mentioned here. So next, there are gimbal controls. So it can be waypoint specific, which we'll see in a bit, or you can also set it to manual. So manual here means if there's a pilot on ground using an RC plus, they can control the gimbal in that way. Next, we have the payload setting. So you can configure the payload which you wish to be used to capture media files in the mission. So I can choose if I only want wide and the IR sensor to capture images or videos. Next, we have the finish action. So if you're using a DJI dock, you can set it to return to docking station. You can also set it to exit mission hover. So it will just exit or complete the mission and then hover at that position itself. Or you can also set it to go to first waypoint and hover, in which case the drone will move towards the first waypoint and then keep hovering. Right. So these are the route settings. Next, if we go to waypoints, again, you can configure altitude for each individual waypoint, and same for speed as well. Now, waypoint types, as we spoke about a bit earlier, you can change it for individual waypoints as well. So if you want that the drone should go in a linear manner from first waypoint to the second waypoint, and then at the third waypoint, it should take a curved path. So you can do that as well. Next, under waypoint actions, you are now able to add multiple waypoint actions and also set the order or the hierarchy of these actions. So, if I want that the drone should perform interval shots at the second waypoint, and then it should zoom in and then start video recording, that can be done as well. So, let's start from interval shots. So, it can be time or distance related. So, you can set time interval for as low as 1 second, and same for distance as well. So we'll start with interval shots. So it can either be time or distance interval. And you can set time as low as 1 second now, and distance can be between 1 to 15 meters. You can also decide which camera sensor will be engaged in capturing these shots. So you can decide to change that as well. Now you also have the ability to adjust the zoom levels. So once the drone achieves the waypoint and performs, the interval shots, it can again zoom in, and I'll also add capture media as an action, so I can capture another image, and I can add a file name suffix to it, which will be saved in the private cloud storage in that manner. Again, I can also decide to engage only the wide and the thermal sensor in this. Now I can rearrange the order in which the drone will perform these actions at that waypoint as well. So that functionality has been added. Now there are some other actions for gimbal and drone. So gimbal yaw and gimbal pitch actions have been added to the platform as well. So you can decide to perform gimbal yaw while the drone is headed in the same direction as the next waypoint. Then you also have drone yaw. So as we had set the route in the route settings, we set the drone yaw preference as lock yaw axis. We can then decide to have a drone yaw set to 90 degrees or according to your preference. So you have three options here that can be clockwise, anti-clockwise, or auto. So that will be the movement that the drone performs to adjust to the angle. Then if you set it to auto, the drone will just take the shortest movement to adjust to the angle, right? So that's it from the mission planning side of it. I hope you will be able to plan detailed and complex mission with ease on the platform now. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out at support@flightbase.com. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.